Hi, my name is Dr. Cheryl Lentz. Welcome back. Today our goal is to offer time savers when repurposing your dissertation into other elements suitable for publication. First, let me invite you to consider the purpose for each chapter of the dissertation. While each university may have a little different format, there are at least two main elements for us to consider: your content and your methodology. Make a list of the various areas that each of the chapters serve. Make a secondary list of how each area could then be repurposed, perhaps as a weekly or monthly blog, a 5-part blog series, a chapter in an anthology with other authors, a chapter in a book just by you, or an entire book. Also to consider a seminar series or a journal and a scholarly article. Then choose one of these formats and let's begin. When culling down a 400-page dissertation into a 10 or 15-page chapter for a book, for example, I first look at the category or the theme. When writing for the Refractive Thinker Volume 2 research methodology, for example, I looked at Chapter 3 for my dissertation and the use of the Delphi method. I then copy and pasted the important sections of this chapter, wrote a new introduction that met the requirements for this specific publication, a doctoral anthology in this case, and this specific chapter, and then a subsequent conclusion, and voila, a new chapter was born. The hard part you've already done, which is the content writing and research. The focus here is how to efficiently reorganize this for specific publications. Once you've taken out the important elements, then the next step is the editing phase. Be sure to look at the requirement parameters with regard to length and start prioritizing. What are the most important methods and aspects to your methodology? Did you adjust it in any way? When using the Delphi method, for example, for Refractive Thinker Volume 2, we offered a 3-chapter primer where 3 different chapters by 3 different authors use the Delphi method with 3 different ways. So let's look at this prioritization and let's start cutting out those details. Your audience doesn't want to be bogged down to that level of detail. Instead, we want to ask 2 questions. Who's your audience and what's your message? For the Refractive Thinker publication for Volume 2, for example, our focus was on the student. Our goal with this volume was to present applications of the methodology more than simply just textbook definitions. We wanted future students to see possibilities that they could use for their own personal dissertation. Next, let's build back in your transitions. Make sure that what remains maintains the continuity and integrity of the original writing and dissertation so that you can honor what you originally did. Next, make sure to read your chapter out loud to make sure that your repurpose makes sense to both you and ultimately your audience. Finally, submit your 10 to 15 page writing to your publications review board or other editors for feedback. The secret to editing a large dissertation is really to use the only most relevant materials in a clear and concise manner, to work with other editors to make sure that you've honored and your writing has achieved these ends. Congratulations! You've now repurposed your dissertation writing into several component parts, at least 2, content and methodology, suitable for publication in other scholarly areas. Please visit us at our additional blog, refractivethinker.com, for additional tips and tricks and best practices for how to repurpose your doctoral dissertation into other publications for scholarly writing. My name is Dr. Cheryl Lentz. I want to thank you for joining. Come visit us at www.refractivethinker.com/WordPress for more information. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much. Good night.